Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayam Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajakacarya Ashtottarshat Shri Śrīmad Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nārayanam namaskrutyam naram chaiva narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya Bhagavati uttama-shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 7, text number 8. Chapter number 8, Canto 6, chapter number 8, Narayan Kavach Shield. Text number 1, 1, 2 together. Shri Raja Uvacha Yaya Gupta Sahasraksha Savahan Ripu Sainikan Kridanniva Vinirjitya Tilokya Bhuje Sriyam Bhagavan Tanmam Akyahi Varma Nārāyaṇatmakam Yathāta Tayinaha Shatrun Ena Gupto Jayan Brute Śrī Raja Uvacha Yaya Guptaha Sahasraksha Savahan Ripusainikan Kridanniva Vinirjitya Trilokya Vibhuje Sriyam Bhagavan Tanmam Akyahi Varma Nārāyaṇatmakam Yatha Tayina Shatrun Ena Gupto Jayan Brute Śrī Rajo Vacha Yaya Gupta Sahasraksha Savahan Ripusainikan Kridanniva Vinirjitya Trilokya Bhubhuje Sriyam Bhagavan Mama Akyahi Varma Nārāyaṇatmakam Yathāta Tayinaha Shatrun Ena Gupto Jayan Brute Śrī Raja Uvacha Yaya Guptaha Sahasraksha Savahan Ripusainika Kridanniva Vinirjitya Trilokya Vibhuje Sriyam Bhagavan Tanmam Akyahi Varma Nārāyaṇatmakam Yatha Atatayina Satru Yera Gupto Jayati Yaya Gupta Sahasraksha Savahan Ripusainika Kridanniva Vinirjitya Trilokya Vibhuje Sriyam Bhagavan Tanmam Akyahi Varma Nārāyaṇatmakam Yatha Atatayina Satru Yena Gupto Jayan Brate Śrī Raja Uvacha King Parikshit said, yeah, by which the spiritual armor Guptaha protected Sahasra Akshaha the thousand-eyed King Indra Savahan with their carriers Ripusainikan soldiers and the commanders of the enemies Kridan Eva just like playing Vinirjitya conquering Trilokyaha of the three worlds, the higher, middle, and lower planetary systems. Bhubhuje enjoyed Shriyam, the opulence, Bhagavan, O great sage. Tat, that, Mama, unto me. Akhyahi, please explain. Varma, defensive armor made of a mantra. Narayana Atmakam, consisting of the mercy of Narayan. Yatha, in which way? Atatayinaha, who were endeavoring to kill him. Shatrun, enemies. Ena, by which. Guptaha, being protected. Ajayat, conquered. Mridhe, in the fight. Translation. King Parikshit inquired from Shukadeva Goswami, my lord, kindly explain the Vishnu mantra armor that protected King Indra and enabled him to conquer his enemies, along with their carriers, and enjoy the opulence of the three worlds. Please explain me that Narayan armor by which King Indra achieved success in battle, conquering the enemies who were endeavoring to kill him. Next verse, third. Śrībādarāyaṇi uvaca. Vrutaha purohitastvastro. Mahendrayānu prucchate. Nārāyaṇākhyam varmaha. Tadi ahaikamana shatshunu. Translation. Sri Shukadeva Goswami said, Indra, the leader of the demigods, inquired about the armor known as Narayan Kavach from Vishnu, who was engaged by the demigods as their priest. Please hear Vishwarup's reply with great attention. Next verse, 4 to 6. Shri Vishwarupa uvaca. Dhautangra pranira achamya. Sa pavitra udang mukha. Krutasvangar karanyaso. Mantrabhyam vakyatah shuchi. Narayana param varma. Sannahet bhaya agate. Padayor janunor ururvot. Udare rudyathorasi. Mukhe shirasyanu purvadya. Mukhe shirasyanu purvada. Omkaradini vinyaset. Om Namo Nārāyaṇeti. Viparyayam athapiva. Vishwarup said, if some form of fear arrives, one should first wash his hands and legs clean and then perform Achman by chanting this mantra. Om apavitra pavitra va sarvavastham gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksha sabaya bhyantarha suchihi. Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. Then one should touch Kushagrash and sit gravely and silently facing north. When completely purified, one should touch the mantra composed of 8 syllables to the right part of his body and touch the mantra composed of 12 syllables to his hands. Thus, in the following manner, he should bind himself with the Narayan coat of armor. First, while chanting the mantra composed of 8 syllables, Om Namo Nārāyaṇa, beginning with the pranava, the syllable Om, one should touch his hands to right parts of his body, starting with the 2 feet and progressing systematically to the thighs, knees, thighs, abdomen, heart, chest, mouth and head. Then one should chant the mantra in reverse, beginning from the last syllable, Ya, while touching the part of his body in the reverse order. These 2 processes are known as Utpatti Nyasa and Samhara Nyasa, respectively. Next verse. Karanyasam tatah kuryat
Karanyasam tata kuryat
Dvadashakshara vidyaya
Dvadashakshara vidyaya
Pranavadiya Karantam
Pranavadiya karantam
sorry Angulya Angushta Parvasu.
Anguli Angushta Paravasu.
Then one should chant the mantra composed of 12. What happened? Mantra composed of 12 syllables. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Preceding each syllable by the Omkar, one should place the syllables of the mantra on the tips of his fingers, beginning with the index finger and the right hand and concluding with the index finger of the left. The 4 remaining syllables should be placed on the joints of the thumb. Next verse. Nyaset Dhrudaya Omkaram
Yashet Hridaya Omkaram
Vikaram Anumurdhane
Vikaram Manumurdhani
Veka Shakaram tu Bhormadhe
Shakaram Manumurdhani
Anakaram Shikhaya Nyaset
Nakaram Sikhayanise
Vekaram Netrayor Vijjan
Ekaram Netrayoripyan
Karam Sarvarandishu.
Nakaram Sarvasantishu
Makaram Astram Uddishya
Nakaram Astram Uddishya
Mantramurtir Bhaver Buddha
Mantramurti Bhavet Buddha
Savisargam Phrantam Tat
Savisargam Padantam Tat
Sarvadikshu Vinirdishet
Sarvadikshu Vinirdise
Om Vishnave Namaha Iti.
Om Vishnave Namah.
One must then chant the mantra of 6 syllables, Om Vishnave Namaha. One should place the syllable Om on his heart, the syllable V on the top of his head, and syllable sa between his eyebrows, the syllable na on his tuft of hair, shikha, and the syllable way between his eyes. The chanter of the mantra should then place the syllable na on all joints of his body and meditate on the syllable ma as being a weapon. He should thus become the perfect personification of the mantra. Thereafter, adding the visarga to the final syllable ma, he should chant the mantra Maha Astraya Fat in all directions, beginning from the east. In this way, all directions will be bound by the protective armor of the mantra. Next verse. Atmanam paramam dhyayet
आत्मानं परं ध्यायेत्
Deyam Shat Shakti Bhiryutam
यं सत्शक्तिर्युतं
Vidya Tejastapo Murtim
विद्यातेजस्तपोमूर्तिम्
Imam Mantram Udarahet.
इमं मन्त्रम् उदाहरेत्.
After finishing this chanting, one should think himself qualitatively one with the Supreme Person of Godhead, who is full in 6 opulences and is worthy to be meditated upon. Then one should chant the following protective prayer to Lord Nārāyaṇa, the Nārāyaṇa Kavacha. Om Harir Vidadhyan Mama Sarvaraksham
ॐ हरिर्विद्यां सर्वरक्षां
Nestangri Padma Patagendra Pushte
यस्तां कृपद्मापदगेन्द्रप्रस्थे
Darari Charama Sik Deshu Chapa
दरारिचर्मासिकटेषु चापः
Pashan Dadanoshta Gunoshta Bahu.
पाषाणदधानोऽष्टगुणोऽष्टप्राहु.
The Supreme Lord who sits on the back of the bird Garuda, touching him with his lotus feet, holds 8 weapons, conch shell, disc, shield, sword, club, arrows, bow, and ropes. May that Supreme Person of Godhead protect me at all times with his 8 arms. He is all powerful because he fully possesses 8 mystic powers, anima, lagima, etc. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada. Thinking oneself one with the Supreme is called Ahangaropasana. Through Ahangaropasana, one doesn't become God, but he thinks himself as qualitative one with the Supreme. Understanding that as a spirit soul he is equal in quality to the Supreme Soul, the way the water of a river is of the same nature as the water of the sea, one should meditate upon the Supreme Lord as described in this verse and seek his protection. The living entities are always subordinate to the Supreme. Consequently, their duty is to always seek the mercy of the Lord in order to be protected by Him in all circumstances. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shiyutaha Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Shivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sravanarita Shri Shakhan Vitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauravate Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shavani Pranamami Hari Priye Nilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaye Te Namah Vancha Kalpataru Yasya Kripa Sindhu Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So we are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 6, Chapter 7, 8. Chapter 8, na 7. 8, Chapter 8. Text number 1 to almost we read 12 verses. Chapter title is the Nārāyaṇa Kavach Shield. So Parishit Maharaj is inquiring about this from Shukadeva Goswami because this has a relationship with Nārāyaṇa. Devotee is interested in the topics only when it is connected to Krishna, not just because it's very powerful. Anything which is connecting to Krishna, the devotee has interest in that. We discuss about Mahābhārata war because it has connection to Krishna. We don't discuss much about other wars, Panipat war or America, Iraq or what is now one? Iraq? Iran war. What is the use of discussing those things? Material world means all these things will go on. Out of envy and desire to enjoy, these wars will go on in this material world always. And discussing about such subject matters simply spoils our valuable human energy and so many unwanted thoughts, ideas, conceptions, impressions are stored in our mind, and because of that one is bewildered in this material world. For so many lifetimes we have been gathering all this information, and one identifies himself with the part of this material world because of this materially tainted mind. The human life is meant to remove all these impressions. Cheto darpana marjanam. Clean, wash it out. This life's impression, previous life impressions. The fear arises because of forgetting our original nature. And fear goes away when we remember Krishna sincerely. As mentioned here, whenever you get a fear, one should remember Nārāyaṇa. Bhayam dvitiyad abhiniveshas tasyat. Because of the material conception of one's identity, thinking oneself as a product of this matter, the fear is a constant companion of the conditioned soul. Bhayam dvitiyat abhiniveshastasya. As soon as one turns one's face away from the Supreme Lord, immediately fear is there. So in this world, everybody is active either because of the desire to enjoy, temporarily fear is forgotten. People go on enjoying all these harmful things. Like somebody is enjoying smoking, drinking liquor, and then drugs. Although these are very harmful, but because of strong desire to enjoy, he forgets that fearful situation. Or people go for illicit sex activities, knowing that there will be AIDS and so many other things will come. Ichha, desire, kama, lust, temporarily covers our fear. But this fear is constant companion within the heart of the living entities. Always there is a fear. So one wants to become free from this fear completely. Then he has to take shelter of the Supreme Lord, whose lotus feet are Abhay Charan. They remove all the fear. Bhaja Hure Mana Shri Nandanandana Abhay Charan Arvindare. Srila Prabhupada said that in this world everybody is anxious to get freedom. But they don't know how to get the freedom. The real freedom, the real independence is to declare our dependence, eternal dependence on the Supreme Lord. We are eternally dependent on the Supreme Lord. If one realizes that, not that after liberated we become independent and there is no Lord. No, eternally we are dependent, whether in conditioned state or in the liberated state. We are all dependent on the Supreme Lord. So one who realizes this, he is free. So real independence is to declare our dependence on God. Nobody is independent. Only one Supreme Lord is independent, Swarat. Ekaleshwara Krishna Arasa Vibhrutya. So this desire for being independent is not wrong. But how to get that independence is by being dependent on the Lord always. Then you are free from this slavery of this material world. And being dependent on the Lord doesn't want slaves. He wants lovers, selfless lovers. Those who love Him selflessly. And then for such people, the Lord, He gives the freedom. He is not the person who chokes anybody's freedom. That's why He creates this material world. Those who don't want to be with them, for them He gives this space, freedom. Okay, you go in the material world and enjoy. Try enjoying. Although without the Lord one cannot be happy. But because of this desire, the Lord gives us that freedom. But of course, He also has to see other people's freedom. Therefore, there is law of karma. So we have been given that minute independence, free will. And if one utilizes that properly, one can get more freedom. But whimsically one acts based on one's mind's dictations, then one's freedom is choked. The conditioned soul think I am free. In this world I can do anything. I can smoke, I can drink, I can do all kinds of activities. So because of this mind, one is wandering in this material world under clutches of this Maya. Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Jeev, getting tossed from one life to another. Very horrible experiences always. From one body to another, we are getting tossed. We try to create some stable situation in this material world based on our mental concoction. And we create something in our present lifetime, some empire, and then next life we are tossed from one place somewhere, we don't know. Just like tossing something. From one life tossed, gone somewhere. Again you start creating empire there also. Instead of realizing our dependence on the Lord, we try to independently act in this world. And think that by adjusting these material situations around us, I can be happy. By having permanent house, permanent job, permanent sources of enjoyment, one is always constantly busy in these activities. But as long as the mind is tainted with these various ideas to enjoy this material world, there is no question of freedom. Only sufferings are there. One thinks that I am free, but we invite suffering by acting so-called freely in this world. But if one acts with regulations, Krishna says then you will become free. In the conditioned soul state, we are supposed to act under regulations of the scriptures, regulative principles of freedom, to remove this diseased state of our existence. If we realize this, that now my mind is impure, I need to purify this mind. But unfortunately, everybody is caught up with this mind. And he thinks that I have to, unless I fulfill the demands of mind, how can I be happy? So therefore, instead of absorbing our consciousness to listen the dictation of the mind, one should hear the scriptures regularly. Nityam Bhāgavata Sevaya, and get the right impressions, or allow the Lord to enter in our mind through the holy name, through His message, and remove these misconceptions from our minds, and develop the right impressions in our mind. Keep on pouring the right things. Not now add things of this material world. Unless we develop taste for hearing Bhagavatam, taste for chanting the holy name, how this mind will be cleansed completely? If taste is not there, at least out of duty, keep on pouring the right things inside. The whole material world is pouring all dirty things in our consciousness, through watching, through hearing, through talking. If there is no Krishna-kathā, all these simply make our mind more and more filled with the ideas of this material world. That's what goes on in this material world. Thousands of subject matters. And then they are very, very enchanting to the mind. Srotavyadini Rajendra Nunam Santi Sahasrasha. There are thousands of subject matters Maya has created to titillate our mind. Different sections of art, music, the commerce, science, so many fields of knowledge. But all are filled with so many different ideas how to enjoy this material world. And everybody is bombarding our senses with these different ideas. And then we find there is no taste for Bhagavatam because we have got taste for those things. So we have to change our taste. How to change the taste? Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. By serving Bhagavatas, great devotees of the Lord. By their service, one develops taste for Bhagavata. Bhagavata means a person Bhagavat and the scripture Bhagavata. By regularly serving Bhagavata, means we have to serve Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. By hearing the message, and we have to serve the Bhagavad Vaishnavas also. Shushrusho Shadadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchi Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punyatirtha Nishevanat. One developed taste for hearing Vasudeva Katha, that means Bhagavad. Bhagavad is Vasudeva Katha or Bhagavad Gita. By serving Bhagavad, devotees of the Lord. Shushrusho Shradhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchi Syan Mahat Sevaya. Mahat Sevaya means serving great devotees. What one develops? The taste for hearing Vasudeva Katha. And that should be the goal of our life. Vasudeva Katha taste is not there, then what is the use of doing so many activities? It's a waste of time. Shama evai kavalam. Dharma sanushrita pumsa vishwaksena kathasuya na utpadayat ratiyatim shama evai kavalam. Whatever activities we are doing, if we are not developing taste for hearing Vasudeva Katha or Vishwaksena Katha, then that all activities are useless according to Bhagavata. Nowadays, people are going for this titillating some things, reels and all things. They think that they're reading spiritual things, they're watching spiritual things. But oftentimes it's only a entertainment with a lot of jokes and with a lot of attractive things which captures our minds. But there is no continuity also. Just that's not taste. Taste means we hear Bhagavatam directly. Shukadeva Goswami didn't want have any entertainment for Parishad Maharaj. It's pure Bhagavatam message. So it's okay that some people who are new, for them some kind of entertaining things are there. But if you don't find such entertaining things in the Bhagavatam or in Bhagavad Gita or any Chaitanya Charitamrita also, this pure message will be appealing to the heart if we sincerely, with great attention, we hear. Unfortunately, Maya has created this media which makes us feel that we are doing something spiritual, but it drains away a lot of energy and time. People don't have time to sit down and read Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam, but they keep on flapping these mobiles, so many things. And don't read anything else. Little bit they read, again they read another things. Again they read another things. They get bored immediately because there is no taste. So they want some titillating information, and that's what the Maya is providing, so many different forms. Many of these subject matters are created by the karmis. Nowadays people read. Sanatan Goswami told that one should not hear from those who are avaishnavas. Avaishnavo mukhodgirinam putam hari-kathā amrutam shavanam na viva kartavyam sarpochishte yatapayam. He is actually quoting from some Puranas, this sloka, maybe Padma Puran, in his Hari Bhakti Vilas. Avaishnava mukhodgirinam, that one should not hear the Hari-kathā also from the Avaishnavas. So many of these stuffs are created by the people who are not Vaishnavas, because they want to, like professional Bhagavatkas are there. They're very, very entertaining. But that doesn't transform the hearts of the people. People spend so much money for arranging such Bhagavat saptahs. That doesn't transform them. They remain dharmic, not dharmic in the sense pious kind of things. So our acharyas have given us such wonderful literatures. The Vedas has given Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and then Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, they also have, from their life, they have shown, from their writings, how they in Vrindavan they were, where nothing was there at that time, only forest. And they were living such a simple life. Tyaktva purnamashesha mandalapatim shrenim sada tuchyavat. They given up all their big posts of this world. They had so much opulence. And if you go to Ramakeli, Rup Sanatan were staying there in that place. They had such freedom. Nawab Hussain Shah had such a respect for them. He used to treat them like brothers, because they were taking care of the whole administration of Nawab Hussain Shah. Nawab Hussain Shah actually at one particular time there was some incident where he saw these people are so intelligent, and he invited them to take up this job. Not that they went and asked him. Some incident happened, and then he saw that they are so expert. So he called him. Please take up this administration. And it was like practically forced, because he said that if you take care of this administration, then I will not trouble Hindus much. So with this understanding, I took it up. It's not that they were going and begging, give me some jobs. They were respectfully invited for accepting this. And they were given such freedom that I went to Ramkali many years back, so I saw Nawab Hussain Shah's place, which is few kilometers away from their place where Rup Sanatan was staying. So Rup Sanatan Goswami's place, the temple is there, the deities they were worshipping still there, and they had created a Gupta Vrindavan. All the different places, different kundas, they actually made like a replica of Vrindavan within that place. And they were worshipping the deities, they were hearing Bhagavatam. Not like today's people go for corporate jobs and they have difficulty in chanting 16 round laws. They had ample freedom. You'll find Sanatan Goswami was sitting and hearing Bhagavatam class when Nawab Hussain Shah came to him. He had absence. He had taken a leave, and he was sitting and hearing Bhagavatam whole day. Right? And Nawab Hussain Shah, I told Nawab that I am sick. Still, they left everything. They had such freedom and so much wealth. How much wealth they had? Goswami, when he retired, he had a full one boat filled with gold coins. So they left it just like insignificant. Tyaktva turnamashesha mandalapatim. Nowadays you cannot understand what wealth they had, because the whole currency is based on nowadays this petrol, not gold. But still, gold calculation, if you do today's calculation, they had such wealth. 10,000 gold coins he just kept with some grocer when he retired, which was utilized by the Lord Sanatan Goswami was put in jail. So when I went to that place, Sanatan Goswami, that jail is still there. Nawab Hussain Shah's palace is practically gone. But that jail was, because it was a very strong jail. It had, I counted the bricks, 32 bricks thick walls. And inside that he was kept for 17 months. The person was there. Just because he denied that he doesn't want to continue job. His job of being a minister, prime minister. So Nawab was upset with him, and that's why to threaten him and so that he can get the job back on the job. That's why he put him in jail, so that he again resumes his job back. He was very much dependent on him. Sanatan Goswami escaped from that very intelligently by giving money to the jailer. Nawab Hussain had gone on the Odisha to attack. And there is a conversation, Sanatan Goswami told also Nawab. He said, because you are going to Odisha and Odisha is attacking the Pratapruddra Maharaj, who was a devotee. He told that by doing this you are actually offending the Lord. That's why I don't want to be with you. On his face he told like this. You are offending Lord Jagannath and I don't want to be with you. So for that he was ready to be imprisoned. And he was imprisoned for so many months. But then to join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he intelligently escaped by giving some money which were kept by Rupa Goswami with the grocer. So in one sense he bribed him, but not for his personal cause, but so that he can join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That was the only motivation. So he praised him and told that, said, when I was a minister, I did so much favor on you. Now you should reciprocate back. And he said, you are like saintly person. You are a living saint, Jinda Peer. And it is the duty of the saint to liberate people in this world. So I am imprisoned, so you should liberate me. And from here, I am directly go to the Makkah. And Makkah means Vrindavan province. So he will not understand what Vrindavan is. So he told me, I am going to go Makkah, the Lord's place. But still, the jailer was not very convinced. Then he put forward some gold coins. I don't know how much in beginning, 8,000, something like that. He said, by seeing gold coin, then he was a little bit. He said, that's all right if I relieve you, but what will I tell Nawab? Nawab will kill me. He said, I'll give you an idea that you tell that I went for my morning duties on the bank of the Ganga and I jumped inside with all my chains and everything, I was drowned. So tell Nawab like that, I drowned in the Ganga. And I'm not going to stay in this kingdom, I'm going to escape from this, I'm going to Makkah. So you don't have any fear. But still he was not convinced. Then again he gave another 2,000 gold coins, something like that. And then finally convinced him. And he escaped from that place. And without any money, he was just traveling as a mendicant with his servant Ishan. Ishan or Nishan. Nishan, I think it was. Who was carrying some money with him. And when they crossed the Ganga and went to other side, where there is present now, what is the place? Kananadshala. So in that area, at that time there were a lot of dacoits. Now also there are. So Moti Jharna was the place of Moti Jharna. So it was a forest area, and so they were passing from that place. So then there was a hotel. The hotel owner, he invited them, please come and stay I'm so happy to see you. Please come and stay at my place today. So he was very, very welcoming. And Sanatan Goswami immediately understood that there is something wrong. Why he is so much of welcoming? Because he was a minister, he knew. Ati bhakti chorer laksha. We don't know him and he doesn't know us. Why he is so much showing affection for us? So then he asked his servant, that, are you carrying some money with you? He said, yes, I am carrying 7 gold coins. So he said, give it. So he took those gold coins and directly went to the owner and gave him, said, please take this money. And that hotel owner was surprised, Hare, why you are giving this? Actually today I was planning to kill you for this money only. Because I have one astrologer who tells me anybody comes in this area, how much money he is having. So my astrologer told that you have 8 gold coins. And for those 8 gold coins I was planning to kill both of you today night. But since you are such a gentleman that you yourself gave me this money, now I am so happy with your gesture, so I don't want this, you take back. And any help is required, I can do you. Sanatan Goswami told, no, you take it. If you don't take, somebody else will take or kill us for this. So you keep it you. And you can help us to cross this forest. And the man was very happy, so he accepted, and then he arranged for their nice stay, and then next day they helped them to pass through the forest. And then the Sanatan Goswami asked again Ishan, his servant, that, are you carrying some more money with you? He said, yes, 1 gold coin. He said, okay, you take that gold coin with you and go back now. He sent him back. And then after going ahead, he came to this place in Bihar, Hajipur, where he met his brother-in-law, Shrikant only, who had come there, I think, to sell some horses of the king. And Shrikant wanted him to stay at his place, but we just met him and he just left immediately, because Sanatan Goswami understood that not staying with him for a long time is not good. Somebody will come to know. So Shrikant gave him a nice blanket, new blanket, because he had just escaped from the jail. So gave him something to cover nicely. And then he further proceeded. And he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi. In Tapan Mishra's house, Mahaprabhu was there. And Mahaprabhu was inside the room, and he told, I don't know, I think he told Tapan Mishra to you go and see that there is one sadhu has come outside, you get him inside. So Sanatan Goswami was there, but then the devotee who came out to see, he went told that there is no sadhu, but there is one mendicant is there, Darvish. So Mahaprabhu said, yes, him only you can get him. And that time Sanatana Goswami had not shaved also for a long time, long beard and long hairs. So Mahaprabhu met him, and then he asked him that, because he was very happy to see him there. And after meeting Mahaprabhu told him to go and take bath. So he went to take bath in the river. But then he understood that Mahaprabhu was looking at his blanket again and again, new blanket. Because now Sanatan Goswami had renounced everything and he wanted to be with Mahaprabhu. But still he was carrying that new blanket. So Mahaprabhu did not say anything, but he was looking at the blanket. So then Sanatan Goswami went on the bank of the river. There was a one poor mendicant was there. So he had a old blanket. So he told, can we exchange this blanket? And that person thought he is joking because this blanket was very costly blanket, new blanket. And his was already old. He said, why you are making fun out of me? He said, no, I am serious. I want to exchange this. So he gave that blanket to him and took his blanket. And when he came back to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu was very pleased. He said, your last trace of your attachment has been taken away now. So Krishna will be very pleased by your renunciation. So Mahaprabhu was very pleased with Sanatan Goswami meeting him there. And when new dhoti kurta was given, he didn't accept that new dhoti kurta also. He wanted some old used dhoti. So he took one dhoti and he just made two parts of that. And one was he wore as a dhoti and another one like Angavastra. So coming from such affluent lifestyle, living in the palace, and immediately accepting such a simple life, that's why it says, Tyaktva Turna Mashesha Mandalapati. They were Mandalapatis, great, living opulent life. But because of their love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, bhakti, they renounced everything in order to serve as renunciates. And later on, Mahaprabhu asked him to go to Vrindavan and join Rupa Goswami there. And as all the Goswamis were ordered that to excavate the holy places, lost holy places in Vrindavan, and to live a very simple life and establish Vaishnava etiquettes through their behavior, and to also write literatures, studying all the Vedic literatures, bringing out that how the all Vedic literatures, the essence is bhakti. So these were the instructions given to the Goswamis. And then they lived a very simple life there and to fulfill the desire of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Practically, Sanatan Goswami and all other Goswamis, they would live every day under different trees. Every day they would stay under one tree, next day under another tree. No residence also. Sometimes they had some kutirs, but most of the time they were traveling from one village to another around the Braj. And meeting all Brajavasis, serving Brajavasis. They said that Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami, they used to go to one village, entire village would come to receive them, and when they were living in that village, the entire village would come to see of them. And they would love these two people so much because they were guiding them, Brajavasis, and they were helping them also. They would ask, how is your family going on? How is your farming going on? How are your children? How marriage and everything? They were like counseling them, Brajavasis. But as they're like their family members. So, understanding that Brajavasis are very dear to Krishna, they were serving them. And Brajavasis would also love them so much that Sanatan Goswami was accepted like a guru by all the Brajavasis. So they were spiritual guides for Brajavasis. And therefore, this yesterday's day was Sanatana Goswami disappearance day, that is celebrated so much in Braj, as yesterday also was a Guru Purnima. So Brajavasis, they offer the respect to Sanatana Goswami on this day as their Guru. Plus disappearance day of Sanatana Goswami, on this day you will find lakhs of Brajavasis, they perform Govardhan Parikrama till date. The more crowd than on Govardhan Puja you will find. Once Balaram Acharya Prabhu was telling that he went to Vrindavan once on this day, was there. So many people. Continuously they are doing Parikrama. And many of them may not be knowing also why they are doing. But the tradition was started because Sanatana Goswami used to perform everyday Parikrama. Every day Govardhan Parikrama, and that was a long Parikrama. Not short Parikrama, because there is no shorter half Parikrama also, not half. Even the short Parikrama what we do, 21 kilometers, he used to perform I think 28 miles or 28 kilometers Parikrama, longer, every day. Even in the old age, Sanatana Goswami would not stop. So much so that once Lord Kṛṣṇa told him, Lord Kṛṣṇa personally appeared to him as a very sweet coward boy, you know. And he told that you don't have to take so much trouble. But Sanatana Goswami said, I have taken a commitment that I will do everyday Parikrama. Then the Lord, out of his affection for Sanatana Goswami, he played the flute. And he was standing on a Govardhan Shila which melted, and the Lord's lotus feet was printed on it. So he gave that Govardhan Shila to Sanatana Goswami and told that if you perform 7 times Parikrama on the Shila, it will be considered as the Govardhan Parikrama. And that Govardhan Shila is kept in the Radha Damodar Mandir, in the altar. The footprints of Lord Kṛṣṇa is there on it, feet of the Lord Kṛṣṇa. So to honor Sanatana Goswami, all the Brajavasis, they perform Govardhan Parikrama on the day of his disappearance, like yesterday was. So you can understand how these Goswamis, they were renunciates. Prabhupada said they were renunciates, but they were not like renunciates like Mayavadis, dry renunciates. They were actually relishing every moment the pastimes of Radha and Kṛṣṇa. They would see Radharani, they would see Kṛṣṇa. Although they would experience Radha and Kṛṣṇa in Vrindavan, still they were always in the mood of separation. He Radhe Brajadevi Kechalalite He Nanda Suna Puta. Because that's how the devotees are. One moment of separation also, they feel that I am so fallen. Where is Radha and where is Kṛṣṇa? Although they were experiencing Radha and Kṛṣṇa all the times. You find when Sanatana Goswami's appearance day was there, then Rupa Goswami wanted to offer him something. And one very beautiful coward girl came and she offered the rice and milk and the chini so that he can prepare nice kheer. And she only prepared. She came, she said, if you want I can prepare, and she only prepared the kheer. And after tasting that kheer, Sanatana Goswami was in great ecstasy. He said, from where you got this kheer? And Rupa Goswami said that such and such small girl came and she made it. How was she looking? He asked. Then he described her beauty. Small girls. All the description, hearing this, Sanatana Goswami told that actually You did not realize she was Radharani herself who came. And he said, we are here to serve Radha and Krishna, not to take service from them. Why did you do that? Sanatan Goswami was very upset. So, being elder brother, he chastised Prabhu Goswami that you should not have done like this, taking service from Radharani. But anyway, while although he was upset, but at the same time he could understand how much Radharani loves them, and with that feelings of great devotion for Radharani, both of these brothers, they relished the carols. So like that they were getting such experiences in Vrindavan. So Prabhupada said that they were so renounced externally only, but they were actually getting all the wonderful experiences with the Radha and Krishna. So in the path of devotional service, this renunciation is a byproduct. When devotion grows, as the devotion in the heart grows, naturally one feels a renounce from this material world, because it's a place of all envy and all nothing in this world is worth. The devotee who is experiencing Krishna in his life is not at all attracted to this material world. Of course, when he sees that something can be utilized in Krishna's service, then he accepts, and therefore nothing remains material for him. But as far as the material world of conditioned souls, he is not much interested to do anything in this world, unless there is something connection to Krishna. So that renunciation is that one is not interested in material activities. Anasaktasya vishayan yataharam upayunjata. Jai Shri Jagannath Baldev Subramanya ki jai. So this definition is given. What is real renunciation? Which they practiced. Without being attached to anything for one's own sense enjoyment, one can accept whatever is required in order to serve Krishna. Yataharam upayunjataha. Nirbandha Krishna sambandhe. Yukta vairagya muchyate. Without being attached. Anasaktasya vishayan. Means seeing that how in this world things can be utilized in Krishna's service. And something can be utilized in Krishna's service, yes, devotee accept that. But he is not attached to it for his own sense enjoyment. And that's what the Goswamis demonstrated this. So they utilized things in the service of Krishna. And whatever can be utilized, they utilized. But for their personal life, they were very, very simple. And how Sanatan Goswami had this deity of Madan Mohan, which he was carrying in his jhola always, and offering him some simple bati of the made up of the wheat and water, that's all, and put some in the fire, make some balls, putting in the fire, and it offers to the Madan Mohan, and that's what he used to eat as his food. So Madan Mohan once asked, please add some salt at least. The deity used to speak to him. And Sanatan Goswami was completely absorbed in serving Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instructions. Very humbly he told that, see, I don't have time. I have to do so many services. And today you are asking salt. Tomorrow you will ask ghee and so many other things. So I don't have time so much. This is a special rasa. So he is absorbed in serving Krishna only as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So be satisfied it. And later on you'll find how this one merchant was selling salt. A full boat was filled with salt. He was going to Agra or going from Agra to somewhere. Mr. Kapoor. And his boat got stuck up in the Yamuna. That time Yamuna was very big. Big ships used to go from there. Now it is very small. But that ship got stuck up inside, and he had so much of that commodity, and he was worried that such a big loss. So he was asking some help from the Brajavasis. Brajavasis told that there is one sadhu, very great renowned sadhu, Sanatan Goswami. You go to him and he will find some help. So this person went to Sanatan Goswami, and Sanatan Goswami told him that you just pray to Madan Mohan, he will help you out. So he prayed to Madan Mohan. And as soon as he prayed to Madan Mohan, immediately the boat was rescued. Otherwise it was sinking. So boat was rescued, and this merchant became so grateful to Sanatan Goswami. So he went and sold all his goods and came back with that money and offered everything to Sanatan Goswami. And Sanatan Goswami said, what will I do with this money? If you want to do something, you build a temple for Madan Mohan. So he constructed that beautiful temple of Madan Mohan, which is like landmark of Vrindavan. So when he wanted to serve, Sanatan Goswami gave him the service of constructing temple. That is called Yukta Vairagya. So something can be utilized in Krishna's service. One should not reject it. But at the same time, one should not become entangled in it also. Anasaktasya vishaya. Yataharam upayinjata. So Sanatana Goswami wrote so many literatures. Hari Bhakti Vilas, Brad Bhagavatam. So the life of the Goswamis is very instructive. Prabhupada said, I want some of my disciples to live life like Goswamis. And simple life, not imitating, but following the principles. What they, at certain times, they used to take very, very simple. Just like only buttermilk once in 3 days. And sleep only short time. Within 2 hours, they would perform sleeping, eating, bathing, everything. 22 hours they were awake and rendering services and chanting the holy name of the Lord. The Sankhya Purvaka Nama Ganana Tipi Kala Vasani Kruto Nidrahara Vihara Kaji Vijito. They conquered their sleep and their ahar, food, eating also. Minimum. Such less food they would accept. But they were always absorbed in chanting holy name and serving. We cannot imitate them, but we can understand. Prabhupada said always this principle that as you make progress in spiritual path, our eating and sleeping will naturally should reduce. We don't need so much for this body. So Goswamis have set such an example that we cannot imitate them, but we can learn the principles and try to adapt something in our lives. There is a story of Sanatan Goswami. See, Sanatan Goswami accepted this merchant service for constructing temple, and somehow the Sanatan Goswami also had this touchstone, which he did not utilize. It was just with him lying down. So this is another story where for the person who is neophyte, he should be careful about utilizing this material world's resources very carefully, otherwise one can get entangled. He spoke about Yukta Vairagya, but you find he did not utilize that touchstone. It was lying in his, put it somewhere in the corner where the garbage was kept. And this man was one Brahman, had gone to Varanasi praying to Lord Shiva for his blessings in the form of material benedictions, that he can fulfill his desires. And Lord Shiva told Sanatan, this man, that you go to Sanatan Goswami, he has a precious touchstone which can convert the gold, iron into gold. Just touch the iron, it becomes gold. So the man went to Sanatan Goswami in Vrinda. And Sanatan Goswami told, you can take the touchstone, it's lying down in the corner. So he took, and he was very happy that I got touchstone. And he was going to his home back, but then he got one thought. Such a precious thing, why this sadhu had kept in some corner in the where garbage is kept. So he again came back to Sanatan Goswami and told, is there something more valuable than this? And Sanatan Goswami because I am surprised why you have kept this such a valuable thing in a garbage place. That means you must be having something more valuable than this. And Sanatan Goswami smiled and told, yes, I have. He said, can you give me that? He said, I can give, but I have one condition, that you should go and throw this touchstone in the Yamuna or Kusum Sarovar. So you should renounce this. Now Brahman was in a dilemma. He said, if I throw this into the river and I don't get what precious thing, yes, I'll lose both. And what is that precious thing also he did not know. So then after deliberation he finally went and threw and came back. And then Sanatana Goswami told him that actually this touchstone can give you some gold, money and some opulences of this world, which are anyway transient, temporary and finished after some time. But this touchstone of the holy name, Nama Chintamani Kṛṣṇa, this touchstone will actually purify our heart and it will free us from all these material world's entanglement and give you the highest place of the spiritual world, Krishna's abode. So nothing can be compared with this. So this is the holy name of the Lord. So if you chant this, it will liberate you from this material world and take you to the Krishna's place. Hare-kathā, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And because the Brahman was in association of Sanatana Goswami, he realized that. By association of Sanatana Goswami, his material attachments were finished. And he received this holy name from him. And he actually, his life was transformed. So we can understand that how this principle of Yukta Vairagya given by Goswamis, but then this story especially teaches us, those who are neophytes, they should be very careful. In sometimes people think I can utilize everything in Krishna's service. Yes, everything can be utilized in Krishna's service. Everything should be utilized in Krishna's service. But whether I can utilize or not, that's we have to think. We should focus on the core aspect of our bhaktis. Unless one has got taste in chanting, taste in serving Vaishnavas, handling the things of this world is very, very risky. Vishnu Maya. In the name of Yukta Vairagya, if one is not paying attention to one's core bhakti things, one will be easily swayed away the Maya. We should always focus on the developing taste for chanting, taste for hearing, serving the Lord, Vaishnavas. Then if we have got taste in these things, then one will be able to utilize everything in this world in Krishna service properly. So without developing the taste for the core practices of devotional service, it's always risky dealing with this material world. And that's what the story of Sanatan Goswami is dealing with this Brahmana demonstrate this principle. So another story we see that how when Rupa Goswami was chastised by Jiva Goswami was chastised once, and one scholar came to Vrindavan and he went to Rup Sanatan for debate, and both of them they said, "Oh, we don't want to have debate. We just accept defeat. That if you accept defeat, then you sign on this Vijay Patra. We have been defeated by this Lord Nārāyaṇa." And he said, "Okay, fine, this is signed." So then he went to Jiva Goswami. He said, "You also sign, your gurus, your uncles have signed." And Jiva Goswami told this person that before talking that you defeated them, you defeat me. I am just the insignificant disciples. Then you have debate with me, and if you can debate me, then we'll see. We can defeat me. And they had a defeat, and Jiva Goswami defeated him thoroughly. Just to protect the honor of his guru, because Jiva Goswami had accepted Rupa and Sanatan as his guru, they were his uncles, and to protect their honor, he had a debate. But when Rupa Goswami heard this, Rupa Goswami was not happy with this. He said, "Vrindavan is not the place for debate. It is a place to just absorb ourselves in serving Krishna and Radha. Because you have such, he said, ego that you had this debate." So Rupa Goswami chastised Jiva Goswami. And he said, "You are not fit to live in Vrindavan. Live in Vrindavan." So now here, Jiva Goswami would have immediately said this, that, "Oh, I did not do it for myself. I did it for your honor only." But Jiva Goswami was very humble. And Rupa Goswami also did this by the inspiration just to glorify Jiva Goswami. That in spite of having Prabhupada altar ke upar in order to demonstrate the glorification also, in one sense, that in spite of getting chastisement for his right action, he was so humble, he accepted it. He started thinking that I might have been done it for my own sense gratification. If my guru is not pleased, that means what is the use of my activity? Rather than thinking that he doesn't understand what my intentions are. He started thinking, I might have done it for my own sense gratification. The very fact by my action, my guru is not pleased. And what is the use of my activity? So, with great humility, Jiva Goswami left Vrindavan and he was living in Nandagaon at that time. And he used to go and do Madhukari from the Brajavasis, and So they usually Madhukari means they would give some atta, gehu atta, that he used to put in the water of Yamuna and just mix in the water and take that only without cooking and continuously chant holy name of the Lord with great repentance. In the crocodile hole, there are crocodile holes around Yamuna river, so one of the crocodile holes he used to sit there and chant. So then many days passed like this. And Sanatan Goswami was going from that place. And then he heard Brajavasis talking about some sadhu is living there who is very great renunciate. He only eats atta with the water and continuously chant. And Sanatan Goswami realized that's a Jiva Goswami there. And because he was living a very austere life, his health also became very, very affected. Then Sanatana Goswami came to Rupa Goswami and told, "You are not following all the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You tell me what are the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Most important instructions." And he said, Name Ruchi, chanting the holy name of the Lord, developing taste for chanting. Name Ruchi and Vaishnav Seva, and he said Jeev Daya. He said, you are not following third principle, Jeev Daya. You are not merciful to Jeev. Jeev Daya means actually the compassion to all living entities. But he said especially Jeev Goswami are not very compassionate. And Rupa Goswami immediately understood. Then he immediately called Jeev Goswami back. And he saw his health was so much affected. So he personally nurtured and Rupa Goswami, just like father taking care, and brought him to the good health back again by arranging nice food for him and all other whatever necessary was. So this is how they were living life of renunciates on one side, but they were not dry renunciates. They had a great love for Krishna. They had affection among themselves also. And they used to come together in Radha Damodar Mandir regularly and take prasadam there. And there is a place near to the Rupa Goswami Samadhi where they used to wash hands. When I went to one of the yatras, one devotee was showing me this place. This is a place they used to wash their hands. So then, washing hands means they used to come together and take prasadam there. And they used to discuss Krishna-katha. In fact, they would go to all the places. Those time not many temples were there, but main temples were these 6 Goswamis temples. The Radha Govinda temple, Radha Raman temple, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Damodar. So all these temples, all the Goswamis would visit every day. Morning Mangalarti and evening Sandhya Arati. So this Vrindavan Yatra, when we visited, evening times we wanted to take darshan of all temples. So this temple get closed at different times. First temple get closed is Madan Mohan, then the Radha Govind temple, then Radha Gopinath. So all these night darshans, the night artis, there are different times. And the last one is the Radha Damodar temple, which has a arati at around 10:15. But they're in a series, starting from 6:30, 7 o'clock till 10:30 it goes on. Radha Gokulananda also comes in that. So we followed the sequence somebody told us. So this is like this because they would walk from one place to another. Go to one temple in the evening times, complete the arati, go to another temple. So there are time delays. Like this, completing all the temples, there is a gap, and that is followed till today. It means these Goswamis were all together living in Vrindavan, and they would practically visit every day to all these temples and take darshans and have together prasadam, discussion, Krishna Katha. So life of devotees in Krishna consciousness, whether it is living in the home as grahasthas or living in the as a renunciates, it's always filled with Krishna activities, especially chanting, dancing, singing, taking prasadam, and serving together. So this is what all the Goswamis demonstrated from their lives. Krishna consciousness is always a dynamic activity, and because it is centered around Krishna's service, seva, it is, when it is performed very carefully with attention, it is never a boring activity. It is a very dynamic. For sadhaka, this activity will be dynamic, purifying his heart. And for the person who is already very advanced, for him, it will be always experience of different nice, wonderful experiences. That's what the Goswamis were experiencing. So Prabhu said externally they were renounced, but they were actually relishing wonderful experiences in their lives. Okay, any questions? There's so much can be spoken, but I have little bit what the capacity. I tried my best to speak something about Sanatan Goswami. Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Grantharaj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai.